We are back with Corey Choker and Lieutenant Ariana Clay, who are featured in the documentary The Invisible War, which looks at the epidemic of sexual abuse in the military. So tell us your story, Ariana, because it's very painful, and we saw your husband, how painful this must be for the husbands, too.
Right. About a year after I checked into the command, Ethan and I, there had been a lot of sexual harassment, and I'd requested to deploy to Afghanistan. They denied this request. So I couldn't get out of the environment. And how it ended was a senior officer who felt I had humiliated him in front of his junior Marines and his civilian friend sexually assaulted me. I called my husband that day and I said, I'm never going back to that command. So I took myself out of the command, and for the next 2 years of my life, it was just degrading cruelty and reprisal. You know, I had gone to the Naval Academy, I had served in Iraq, I had had good commands, I had served for commanders who cared more about human dignity than their own promotion, and I experienced the exact opposite. And I think that reprisal, you know, after placing that special trust and confidence in my commanders, and to watch them retaliate against me and discredit me and do everything they could to protect the assailant was what really destroyed me. And I think now, still watching the effect it has on my husband, he said, since the day it happened, I've never been the same person. And I think to watch him in pain because of that, he was also a Marine officer. He was a Harvard and Yale graduate, so they lost a great officer with him. He resigned his commission after they saw what they did to me. And I think, you know, to have years of idealism and trust in our military, we believed that we had to do something about it. We believe the military should be better. We have the most technologically advanced military in the world, and this is not where we need to be in terms of its treatment of women.
Ariana, what happened to the men after you reported them?
After about a year, it was brought to court-martial. They told me I was lucky that it went that far. In a phone sting, he had confessed that he did it to humiliate me, and he spent, I think, 45 days in the brig, but he was only accused of abusive language for saying on the phone sting that he did it so his friend could see what a slut I was, and for adultery. And they're
not for assault.
Not for assault. And they said it was because there were two of them and one of me. It was their word against mine.
What?
And so they.
Ariana, when you got 80% of those who are assaulted, they don't report it. And then you got only 8% of the military sexual assault cases that are actually prosecuted. What do you guys think can be done about this? This is staggering.
I think we need to pass the STOP Act, which actually gets that out of the chain of command's hands, because obviously they are unable to deal with that, and it's been like that for quite a long time.
You're saying bring a third party in so that you could have gone to a third party, not someone in a higher ranking position?
Because most of the time, the people that do rape you are friends of friends, because it's such a small station, everybody's friends, drinking buddies, and it's how are you supposed to report a rape to your perpetrator's best friend?
Right.
Conflict of interest.
And there's a whole conspiracy and cover-up that goes on, just like the other stories that we're talking about with Sandusky, etc.
I do want to tell people that The Invisible War will be in theaters Friday, June 22nd. The two of you are obviously still in such pain, and we're extremely grateful to you for coming on and sharing your stories with us. We hope it will make a difference.
Thank you for having
Think it will?
I hope so.
We hope so.
I hope so, too.
In the meantime, if you can, do go to see this film.